Hi, my name is Caroline Hernandez, and I will be talking about chapter 7-9, and I will be answering which character or moment prompts a strong reaction from me. So, right away, in chapter 7, it really caused a lot of mixed reactions from me. How like for Dr. Neil Ernest, he remained unyielding in his treatment of Leah, like refusing to compromise like his standard of work to Leah's parents' like belief. And because of that, he decided to call CPS on them because they weren't administering Leah's medications. And I felt so heartbroken because Leah was taken away from her comfort. In the earlier chapters, when she was showing signs of, when she was about to begin her seizures, I remember reading that she wanted a hug from her mom. She wanted like hugs and kisses from her mom because it made her feel better. And knowing that he'd taken that away from her because of something Dr. Neo can't understand from their culture, it's frustrating. Additionally, you can tell like when she's with Dee in the foster care, she is showing behavioral issues because she misses her family. She misses the love and support that was given to her. And Dee Dee can see that, and she understands like after talking to Leah's parents and understanding what their situation is, she felt terrible what they're going through. In chapter 8, Fadiman met with, sorry, let me repeat it. Fadiman met with Leah's parents, and they were talking. They were like communicating with each other so that Leah's parents could educate her about their culture and making her understand where they're coming from. It says somewhere that the father once remarked that American doctors didn't believe the monk when they said that someone was experiencing soul loss instead tried to heal them with only medication. So Leah's father felt that there should be a balance between healing the soul loss that they think their daughter is experiencing and also giving them medication. But they're only receiving the medication, which is causing the imbalance. Then afterwards, it talked about how Leah's mom was discussing Fadiman about the differences between living in Laos and the United States. How when it comes to like immigrants and refugees, like Leah's parents, that their new home doesn't appreciate their background or their culture, and the mother felt cut off from the background, which helped build her identity and made her feel distant from everything that mattered to her. So in a way, like she is forgetting her her cultural identity because where she lives in now doesn't appreciate that, and it made her feel helpless and like worthless because she is struggling trying to fit in the new culture with her old culture. So in chapter 9, sorry, my bad. In chapter 9, another like reaction I got, or what caught my attention, was how they decided to do a ceremony for Leah, but like after the ceremony, they started to notice that she was feeling, her condition was getting worse, that it was deteriorating. But it's so frustrating because they still, like both parties of the parents and the Western doctors, they were just arguing and blaming each other instead of like finding, instead of like stepping back and trying to find the cause of this cross-cultural difference. It just became more difficult to concentrate on numerous cultural and social issues since both parties were so desperate to heal Leah. So like I said before, like they are trying to find a way, they're just only looking at finding a way to heal Leah, but what's in the way is the cultural barrier that's between them. And that from like reading chapter 7, you can tell like from Dr. Neil, that it's like it's hard because they don't want to, in a way, like be open-minded to someone else's culture or trying to step out of their boundaries. And so like, reading over chapters 7-9 is so, it was hard to read. It made me feel emotional because Leah's just a little girl that's going through so much physically and mentally, and like she can't really get like the help that she needs. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for hearing me.